Robert Fleck, it's Dave Seeman. I apologize for getting this out to you a couple days late. I just got done with a 3-day school down at Odessa and was very busy. But I tell you what, I really, really like what you've done, man. This is so much better. I went back in my computer and brought up some of the old swings, the first swings you sent me, and this is night and day stuff. I just want to show you the comparison on the back view. Your posture, you're so much better. You're on your arches. You got a little further away from the ball, and I just want to show you the comparison here. If you look at as I start to take you back here, you're definitely a little bit more squatty in your knees and back on your heels on the right side, and that was the first one you sent me. And I want you to notice how much your head and your upper body really goes down. And if you look in the screen on the left, the one that you just sent me, so much better. Really, really so much better. Golf swings 3/4. Just a lot shorter, a lot tighter. You got to be hitting the ball pretty darn good. Just night and day, really night and day. And I want to show you how good your balance is. You're right in there. To the novice eye, people are going to say that these look identical, but I can just tell a difference in the setup position and how little your body's moving on the left, and your balance is just so much better. And it looks like you're just really ripping it right now. The other thing I want you to see here is in the one on the right, your chest is pointing a lot more to right field or left field, and so are your hips. And your balance is much, much better on the left, and your chest is pointing at the target, and so are your hips. So I see a huge difference in the follow through here. I'm going to stop here for a second and bring up your side views and show you the difference. All right, Robert, here we are in the front views. The first one you sent me was on the right, and the new one's on the left. And I got to tell you, this is phenomenal. You have made such a big change. And as we start going back here, I marked your hips or the outside of your thighs, and also your head. And I know we had talked about moving the ball position back a little bit. And I'm telling you what, you see, I drew the line up on the left from the ball. It hits you in the outside of the left shoulder. Perfect. I mean, you have done your homework, and you look, I mean, I'm telling you what, you're really right on the nose here. This is great. Now, look at the big difference here from the right to the left. As we start taking it back, I just want you to see how much you slide with your hips. Even though your left knee stays there, now you're still doing this, okay, a little bit. I mean, your head's moving just a little bit to the right, not bad. But what I want to show you, these are perfectly synced going back. And because you've tightened up the lower body, look how much quicker your transition is. Okay, you get it right to there. You're not done on the right. Now, all of a sudden, you start to transition. And I want you to see where you are at impact and where you are. You're still coming down on the other one. So you got to feel like your swing's a lot tighter and a lot quicker, and you're getting to the ball quicker. And I guarantee you, your club head speed's increased. So I'll tell you what, hats off to you, because I want to show you here when you get back down to the ball on the right. Yeah, you're still a little bit behind it. But all in all, I mean, you worked on what we prescribed, and man, you got to be hitting it good. I mean, that's awesome. Now, from a standpoint of what I would work on, there's two things that I see. Your takeaway is excellent. The only thing I would do here is maybe just try to restrict the hips a little bit more. I think that you're still coming off it just a little bit with the hips. There's still a little slide there, but it's nothing compared to where you were. And your spine angle is just wonderful. Now I'm going to take you back to the front, to the back view again. I'm going to show you one more thing on that. Be right back. All right, here we are in the back view again. Now, again, there's not much wrong here, and I'm going to get really nitpicky. It's still. I don't know what your target line here is on the second video. Let me just see where the ball starts out here. I think you might. Yeah, you're still pulling it a little bit. I'd be careful with the alignment. I think your feet are still aiming a little bit to right field. Now, one of the things that I see here, now this is a great position right here on the left where the golf club is pretty much right on your hands. There's still a little bit, the club head's still a little bit inside. It's not as much inside as the one that you first sent me, and that was due to the rotation. If I was going to be telling you to work on something on the takeaway, I still think that your arms and your hands have a tendency. See how right here the arm is actually not equal with or parallel to your foot line. What I would say is, what I like to see you do is feel like your hands and your arms travel a little bit more to the inside right away with the rotation, okay? Don't manipulate it with your hands yet. Well, we're not really going to manipulate it at all. So in other words, if I had a stick along your arms, like I drew this line, this path is going to be more to the inside, and you're going to keep the golf club going back a little bit lower. I like to stick a tee, and you can try this about a foot. If you're hitting the driver, about a foot to a foot and about a foot behind the ball, and about an inch to 2 inches on the inside of your target line, and stick it so that it's in the ground, but it's pointing. You kind of stick it in so it's you can go over it without knocking it over, and I think that would get you to rotate your arms a little bit more to the inside, so that when you go to the inside, then you can go up. And if you stuck a wall, if you were up against a wall, now the driver, I don't know if you could do it, but if you had a wall right here and you're standing with your rear end up against a wall, what we should be able to do is rotate our arms so that, or rotate our upper body so that the club comes a little bit more to the inside to the beginning. And then once you do that, you can lift and go vertical. Because the only thing I see here is you get the club a little, I mean, your hands are getting close to being good, and it's a much shorter, I mean, you're really good, but I like to see the golf club a little bit more, your hands a little bit more in this spot right here, and the golf club a little bit more vertical. I mean, again, we're getting real nitpicky. But I would work on alignment, still really try to limit that left side on the backswing. You still got just a little bit of hip slide there, but I'm telling you what, I'm really proud of you. You did a good job on this, and keep in touch. Let me know. I know you got to be having some good scores with that swing, because it's dynamite. But the only thing I would do is work on keeping the golf club a little bit lower, longer, a little bit on an inside path in the beginning, because what happens is if we lift and our arms go to the outside a little bit on the backswing, the tendency is going to see they're going a little bit outside here, and when they go outside, the tendency is going to be to go flat at the top. You see where your hands are going? They're going, so your hands are kind of going straight back, up, and then a little bit behind you. And I want you to feel like your hands go in, then they go up. That's the only thing I really see that in the alignment that we really got to work on. But all in all, really, really good job. Proud of you. Please keep in touch and keep the cards and letters coming, because this is awesome. I want to show this to Don. I'm going to Chicago on Monday with Don, and I want to show him how much you've improved. I mean, you could be our role model here for for the Surgite Nation. But keep up the good work, and this is Dave Seaman signing out.